square, which is very convenient for us. Now what I want to do is change the color. I want to make each of these squares a different hue. Let's go with that color there. And I'm going to do an edit fill. Foreground color, hit OK. Great. Okay, now that we have that done, I'm going to go to my new layer. I'm going to deselect this marquee. And the first thing I want to do is I want to make the stem to my flower. The easiest way for me is to take the marquee tool again and very easily make a stem, just like that. I'm going to select a new color. Oh, there. Let's try that out. And do an edit fill, hit OK, or you can just hit enter. And there's our stem. I'm going to deselect that, and then I'm going to move it to the center. Right about there. Okay, the next thing I want to do is create my flower petals. I'm going to make a new layer for that. So I'm going to take my pen tool here, and I am going to start making a flower petal. I'm going to do 1 point with just a simple click. I'm going to come up to the top, directly overhead, that first point. I'm going to click and drag. Okay? Now, obviously that gives you these barbells to change the angle of the curve. Now that I have that, I'm going to come back down to the bottom, and I'm going to do a final click, just like so. Okay, now you can see it's a little lopsided. We can keep it lopsided, or we can alter that. To correct the flower petal, what we want to do is select this little arrow here, which is the direct selection tool. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to click on my flower petal. And you can see what comes up when I click on this point are my barbells. All I need to do is select one end and drag that till they are straight across. I'm going to take the bottom point here, and I'm going to do a right arrow and move that over slightly. Now what we can do is duplicate that layer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a transform on this. I'm going to take this little pivot point in the center here and move it down to the bottom point of the petal. I'm going to rotate that to one side. I'm going to hit enter. And I'm going to repeat that until I have 5 petals. If you'd like, you can go around and adjust these so that each little section here has an equal space between it. But I think we're fine for now. What I'm going to do next is, I'm going to expand this a little so that you can see. I'm going to select the top shape of my flower. I'm going to hold down the Shift key and select the last one, or the first one we made. And I'm going to hit the link button here. Okay, that's linking all the petals together. Now what I'm going to do is go over here to my little arrow on the side of my layers palette. And I'm going to go down here to Group into Smart Object. I'm going to click that. Okay, now what's happened is they are all on one layer. Okay? If I want to adjust, which I probably do because I have this sliver here that I don't particularly like, I'm going to double click on my layer. You're going to hit OK to this, and here's my flower, all by itself, with all my layers. You need to unlink these. If I don't unlink these, everything's going to move together. If I select all of them and hit the link again, now they are separate components. So I can move them around as needed, like so. Perfect. So now I can just go through and adjust anything I need to adjust. If I want to rotate them, I can do that. So once you've made all your adjustments, all you have to do is hit File, Save. And all I have to do is close this, and it's back into our one layer smart object, and this is completely updated. I'm going to transform this whole flower just a little so that it's centered on that stem, just like that.